Christina, welcome to Soundwave TV. We have the lovely Corey Taylor and the lovely Josh of Stone Sour. So how's the new record going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of sex on it, so people are just passing it out like tabs of acid at a hippie concert.
For fans coming out on the Soundwave tour this year, what can they expect?
I think we're the last band that kind of does it all. We have our heavy stuff, our lighter stuff. We cross lines constantly, and we're very proud of that. It used to be that you didn't have to be so structured, so specific with music. That's one of the reasons that the industry is the way it is. We're really kind of that old school mentality that if we write it, we're gonna play it, you know? So we'll play a song like Hesitate, and then go right into a song like Get Inside. We don't care. We'll be damned if we're gonna let anybody dictate to us how we're gonna make it. Plus, we're just sexy as hell. I mean, look at just how sexual these guys are.
I'm feeling a bit aroused right now.
That's the dimples over there. You can see through his head.
For people out there, you know, a lot of people might not know that Stone Sour was actually predates Slipknot. So can you tell us a bit about the early days, the beginnings? Yesterday.
You know, love was such an easy game to play. It was the first real band that I was ever in, you know, Stone Sour was. It was almost like high school, you know, learning how to, you know, be a performer, work a crowd. When we put it back together in 2001, it just made sense to kind of come back to it, you know. It's always gonna feel like my first love because it was such a big part of my life, you know. And of course I joined Slipknot later. It was already a band, and when I joined, it's a big part of my heart, but at the same time, Stone Sour is always gonna be like that first love.
Yeah.
You know? And to be able to do it with, you know, Josh and Sean, who I've known since we were, infants, basically. I used to sleep on his basement floor because I got kicked out of my house.
Do you remember when you guys first met?
I was coming back from a convenience store. He was mowing his grandmother's lawn, wearing a Flotsam and Jetsam t-shirt. It surprised me because I was into the band, and that was before Newstead. There wasn't very many people that listened to that band at that time, so that's how we first met. It was actually just me walking back, probably with a fountain drink, Mountain Dew.
He didn't say a word to me either. He didn't say one word to me. And actually, he didn't say one word to me for about a year when we were in the band together.
Look, you've obviously had a hard year. I know what it's like to lose people close to you and stuff. When I last spoke to you about Stone Sour, you kind of were talking about how Dave Grohl was involved a lot in being around sort of the studio and stuff. Yeah. Have you kind of talked to him about sort of dealing with grief?
I text Grohl like all the time and stuff, and it's usually like weird fart jokes. The guy that I've really kind of bonded with over this was, you know, the guy you were just talking about, Vinny. We did a bunch of tours last year with him, and the thing that he told me was, and this is very true, and it was the first way I could look at it, was you're living for two now. When you're having a great time, you're living for two. Paul was just such a big spirit, and he had so much love for everything that he did and everything that we did. It's good to know that his spirit's kind of still with me. It's helped a lot knowing that.
Stuff like the creative process must be a healing thing.
Not only that, but just, you know, getting on stage and just letting it all out, you know. I mean, the first show that we did after Paul's passing, it was Stone Sour at Rock and Ring? And it was such a heavy moment. But it was so positive too.
You guys must have received a lot of love from the fans.
We did. That's one of the big reasons why, you know, we still keep going, you know, is because the fans are always going to be there for you.
You guys going to be on tour for a while, or what's the plan?
We wrap up doing the Soundwave Festival. We go home for 2 weeks, and we go back out in the U.S. on Avalanche with Theory of a Dead Man. And then the other band goes to Europe.
Is this like the other woman?
Pretty much.
Send him off with the other girlfriend.
Yeah.
You were first. The Soundwave Festival is Soundwave TV.